long time since I've actually posted a video, so I thought I would sit down really quick and kind of explain kind of where I've been and that I've not given up on this whole weight loss thing. It's one of the easiest things I think people give up on and just quit, and I'm not, and I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that I wasn't, even though if you can tell I don't look any different. It's because life got a little hectic. In one of my videos, it was either I think it might have been my last one actually, where I explained that my son had went to the doctor because his glands were swollen. He was put on antibiotic for 2 weeks, and the doctor said, you know, nothing to worry about, it comes with sickness, but if the glands don't go down in 2 weeks, especially after the 10-day antibiotic, then come back and, you know, we'll go from there. He wasn't too worried. I definitely was not too worried. I wasn't concerned because he gets sick and his glands get huge always. So he did his 10 days of antibiotic and nothing changed. Actually, I think they got a little bit bigger. He started out with 2, and then about a week into his antibiotic, his gland here grew pretty big. So we went back to the doctor, and he said for precaution, they were going to do an ultrasound on his, you know, his neck, and they wanted to do a chest x-ray. He said that 9 times out of 10, it was just the glands doing what they were supposed to do and, you know, filtering the infection. So we did that. We went to get an ultrasound on his neck, and that would have been, I got my trusty planner out here so I know the dates, but that would have been the 27th of October. And then I kind of just forgot about it. Like I said, I wasn't too concerned because this is just typical Easton. So on Halloween, it was probably about an hour before we went trick-or-treating, the doctor called me back and said, I just wanted to call and let you know that Easton does have some golf ball size glands, and he was concerned about those. And he wanted to warn me before Riley Children's Hospital called me that he did send Easton as a referral down there. He said he had given his ultrasound results and his blood work and his chest x-ray to a world-renowned pediatric doctor. That's all I heard at that point was pediatric doctor. And he wanted to see Easton, so I should be expecting a call. Within about 20 minutes of that phone call, Riley Children's Hospital called me, and when she announced herself on the phone, she ended with, I'm so-and-so with the hematology oncology unit. And when I heard that, it was just like my mind just went, and I had to force myself just to focus on what she was saying, because I never in a million years would have thought oncology ever. But so I thought, well, they're just being precautious, whatever. So I tried to like focus, and she said, we actually want to see him this Thursday. So just the quickness in it scared me. The oncology unit scared me. Everything about it scared me. So we went on Thursday, this past Thursday, and we did meet with 2 really, really awesome pediatric oncologists, and it was like unreal. The appointment was unreal because up until that point, even though you know what oncology means in the back of your mind, you don't actually hear the word. One of the doctors, the younger female doctor, I mean, even though they were very, very good, she even warned me. She said, I'm very blunt, and I'm going to tell it like it is. We're just going to do what we need to do to make sure Easton's okay. At that point, I was like, okay, I like her. And then she said, clearly you know why you're here. Your doctor feels Easton has cancer. And from then I was like, okay, I don't like you anymore. I just hadn't heard the C word yet, so that made it really real. And then at that point, we were all in agreement. It was her, another doctor, myself, my husband, you know, just a room full of family. We all agreed that it would be best for them to do a biopsy on one of his glands. And they wanted to do a full biopsy, which means they would take the whole gland out. And so we just wanted to know, regardless of, you know, we had to know, because I couldn't just sit back and do the what if thing. They did go out to call the surgeon to schedule it. I knew it wouldn't have been that day, but they did call to schedule it. They came back in about 30 minutes later, and she said that they did talk to the surgeon, and it's a very invasive procedure because of all of the arteries and things in his neck. They were going to get this one out. It wasn't, they wanted to do blood work first and look at his ultrasound that our doctor did before they decided to do that. So, which I would have hoped they would have done that in the first place, but they wanted to move right on to the biopsy. But, so they came in and they drew blood, and they got quite a bit of blood and looked at a whole lot of things, and she was trying to explain to me, and I don't really understand it, but the only thing that I really grasped in the conversation was there's going to be major markers if it is cancer, and there's going to be major markers if it's not cancer, and they wouldn't know for sure clearly unless they did a biopsy, but they would know if they needed to move on with the biopsy and the surgery. So they came in and they drew his blood, and they said to come back in an hour, so we went to eat, and it was the longest hour of my entire life, because you just see your child and you think there's a 50-50 chance this could be, and what's his life going to be like, because he's so energetic, and it was miserable. When they did finally come back in, they were very excited to say that he has the best blood workup they'd seen in a while. I'm sure they see lots of sick kids, and just the kids walking around the unit we were in, it was not good on a mom to know that this is possibly your child's future, and you see little kids up to your knee pushing around IV poles. It was heartbreaking. So it was the most relieving thing to hear her say that his blood work was nearly perfect. He had no major markers, so they were not going to go on with the biopsy. They can't 100% say that it's a viral infection yet, so they do want us to come back on the 28th. So it is definitely eases my mind a lot. There's always, just because it's your child, there's always that thing in the back of your mind that says, oh my gosh, what if they missed something? What if we have to do this biopsy? But he's energetic, and he's gaining weight, and because they were saying, one of the things to look for is if he starts losing weight. He's a monster, and he will eat us out of house and home. He eats all the time. He is a healthy, hyper, if you can see in some of these videos that I've posted already, this boy is a healthy boy. So we're very, very blessed that it is most likely a viral thing. So now, on a lighter note, it seems that my life is kind of chilled out, so I'm hoping to get back on this. When this happened with Easton, it just took priority over everything. I didn't count a single calorie. I didn't care if I drank water. You just don't think about it. So I did get on the scale today. I haven't gained a pound. That's good. I don't know how that's possible, but that's good. I kind of was thinking, what in the world is different this time? Because whenever I did this fitness journey, oh, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Whenever I did this fitness journey a few years ago, it seemed easy to just get on the scale and have lost 5 pounds a week. And so I tried to sit back and think, what in the world am I doing different? I always kept a journal, or what I ate, what I was eating, what my exercises were, my pant size and my measurements. So I pulled out all my books, and honestly, really the big difference, other than clearly my age, I'm almost 5 years older now, but other than that, it was the actual journaling part. I didn't journal anything. I just did it. I knew in my mind what I did. I might have wrote down in my planner that I was doing a P90X3 workout, but I didn't write down my calories. In my mind, I thought, yeah, I'm under my calorie limit, but I really didn't know because I didn't track it. So I think that's really the difference. That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm doing the exact same workouts I was doing 5 years ago. It's just I'm just not watching or journaling what I eat. So that being said, I know this is Tuesday, and a weird way to start in the middle of the week, because I'm so weird. I feel like I have to start on a Monday, but I got myself a notebook, and this is going to be with me every second in my purse next to me, and if anything goes in my mouth, it will go in this notebook. It's going to be the calories, did I drink my water, what my workout was, it just is kind of like it's a food journal, essentially. I will plan meals, so I kind of know what to eat. If I just wing it, I don't do so good. So I have to be very, very structured. That's just my personality. So I will lay that out and I will show that. But I did just want to throw this video up really quick to kind of say I'm not one of those ones that just gave up and said this is too hard and I want to quit, or you know, it doesn't really matter anymore to be back to a size 7, because it does matter. I want to be healthy, and even now more so than ever, I want to be healthy as I can be, and I want to feel good. And yeah, so that's my little bit. But so that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I've been. I always say I'm going to get a YouTube schedule, video schedule, and I just haven't yet. But now I hope to be able to do that. So we'll see how it goes. And whatever I find that works, and if I start getting successful, I will definitely let you know what it is. So I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye.